Hey, good evening. Welcome to Choices Podcast. You can find us at choicespodcastofficial.com. It's a great Thursday morning here on your way to work. We're glad that you have joined us. Our podcast is called Choices. It's all about making better choices in your personal, professional, and relationship part of your life. And of course, you got Brett and you got Carcass John. Carcass John, how are we?
I'm great. 1 year older. Took another trip around the sun.
Dude, is today your birthday?
That was Saturday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Dude, oh yeah. I usually call and sing to everybody.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I had a couple of friends of mine come down from Seattle and play a show down in Austin. It was awesome. Got to hang out with them for a few hours and good time rock and roll. Steph and I and the boys, and we I don't know, it was fun. It's different kind of birthday. I'm sitting in a new chair. Got me a new ergonomic. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
That's awesome, Carcass. Hey, you got a song for us this week?
I do.
I know you do, dude, and I love it.
I'm going to shock the world. I know that this morning when we talked, I talked about Deep Purple's Highway Star, and I don't know. I just love that song, but this is the one I chose for the show because I think it fits. Ben Harper's One Road to Freedom from 1995. Are you familiar with Ben Harper?
No. Sounds like a book.
You should be. Ben Harper's a very interesting cat, and he has very poignant songs and lyrics. So this is One Road to Freedom. It says, Tell me which road are you traveling? Which road are you traveling on? Tell me who will you turn to when the light has gone? I hear somebody calling to me. With so many roads to travel, there's just one that can set you free. And then he goes on to reiterate this idea of in my life, I've been blessed, I've been cursed, I've lived the best of times, and I've suffered the worst. But which road was I traveling on? And basically, he's saying when you get on the right road, there's only one way to freedom. And once you're on that road, it doesn't matter what happens to you as long as you get to your destination of freedom. And there's just one. That he reiterates at the end of the song. There's just one. There's just one. There's just one. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool, man.
But check him out. Check out Ben Harper. He's a good artist. He's right in your wheelhouse. You'd really like him.
Oh, wow. That's cool. So, look, we're going to introduce our guest. We got a really cool young man, Addison Lancaster. You know, he just went through Discovery programs last weekend.
Oh, boy. I bet he's got stories to tell.
Oh, well, we're going to find out about it. And, hey, Addison, how you doing, man?
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
He looks like Johnny Depp, those glasses on, doesn't he? Carcass.
Yeah, I think so.
He looks like a
Are you singing any cologne today, Addison?
Yeah, you can't smell me through a little bit. Like it's not coming.
That's awesome.
Addison. Dude, I love you, man. I loved you enough to put you through Discovery. Did you have a good time?
It was a blast. I didn't know what I was signing up for, and it's a lot. I was trying to get someone to spoil it for me. I was asking you, I was asking anybody, like, what am I signing up for? And now I can't thank you enough. It was an experience. I had an absolute blast. And came back completely reframed.
Do you hit the whole reset button?
It hits the reset button. Yeah, you don't realize how much you're holding on to, right? I think they say it best is you got a backpack on your back, you're holding on to rocks and weight, and you come out of it and you just, I think, one of the things that one of my buddies said in the course, and one of the things I learned is it's kind of like you feel like one day stretching on, like it's just a continuation of the same day, and you go through Discovery, you come out the other side, you go, every day is a new day. So it's just a total reframe.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So what motivated you to go?
For me, I was just hitting roadblocks. I've been able to be successful with my career. I think I kind of have a chip on my shoulder. I had a chip on my shoulder or something to prove. And they love that, especially in sales, right? They love somebody with something to prove. I was running into roadblocks with my relationships, right? Um, chip on your shoulder is probably not something you want to bring into those. And so, I wanted to kind of figure out how to reframe myself and, be more efficient everywhere I want to be, successful in, not just the career, but everywhere.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Did you get
Yeah,
what you were looking for?
I did. Yeah. I mean, just kind of letting go. A lot of things. I said it this week. I used to feel like I was burning jet fuel, and rocket fuel. And the thing about rocket fuel is it burns a little hot, right? You get, we when we go out there, we play. I think you told me best. It was that we have to go out there and play to leave it all on the field. It's a game of inches, and it's an emotional game. Everything in life is, but you can kind of find your center more in the course. It helped me find my center more. It helped me stop burning rocket fuel, which burns a little too hot for my liking, and kind of go nuclear, right? And burn cleaner, and just come from a place of peace. And that's just it's an awesome change.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. So, what exercise did you like the most?
I can tell you which one I didn't like the most, but I probably got the most use out of
Give her
was the feedback.
feedback.
Was getting
Oh, okay.
which was getting the feedback from everyone, just you got 17 people in our class and total strangers, but you get to give the gift of some of it you want to hear and some of it you don't want to hear. And I volunteered. I shot my hand up immediately for that exercise, not knowing what I was getting into. They didn't tell us. They buried the lead on what it was, and so they stood me up in front of the class, and everybody's like, they said, "Say one thing negative about this guy." And so it's pretty humbling when you get first impressions from people that you have no idea who they are, and they're telling you some tough truths, and you kind of go, "Wow, is that something that people are seeing that I'm not seeing, or that people that are closest to me, aren't willing to tell me yet?" And you kind of go back to the drawing board and
Something
figure
that
it
you're
out.
putting out there, dude, that you didn't know you were putting out.
Yeah, exactly.
So were you surprised, or did you, like, in retrospect, think, well, maybe they're right, or was there anything that was inaccurate, or was it pretty much spot on?
No, I think they had me pegged. They had a pretty good grasp on me. I think as they got to know me more, and also like there really was a change that came out of me. So they saw me come out the other side, and it. Yeah, I think they were spot on, but I don't think they were spot on by the end of it.
What feedback did they give you? Arrogant?
Man child was one of them. I got man child. Cocky. I think I got cocky a little bit, and so I ate some humble pie, and really kind of reframe myself. And I think you get on the other side of 30. You think you're an adult, you think you're all grown up, but you really. I think coming out of this, I stepped into like adulthood, ownership, and a lot lighter. Yeah, a lot lighter, but for the process and for addressing, everything I wanted to address, but at the same time, ready to take a load if life does dump something on me. I think I'm more equipped to kind of carry the weight.
So give me 3 skills that you walked away with. 1, 2, 3.
Um,
1.
I think I think identifying my truths. So like knowing who I am, and keeping that front and center. That was one big skill. I think like learning how to address differing opinions, difference of um, different viewpoints, and handling people's objections was a huge one. And then just how to take feedback, and how to listen, and for me, I think the biggest was stepping into myself, like being a leader for that class. Like volunteered to help everyone with their exercises. I walked out feeling a lot more
You were
prepared to
ready.
step into leadership.
Yeah, you were ready. Dude, I remember
Yeah.
when I went to this therapist one time, a long time ago, and I looked at her, I said, man, I think I need to find me a ear expert. She said, what are you talking about? I said, well, my ears, I don't think I'm hearing good enough because I'm not being able to listen. You know? She goes,
Yeah.
I think you'll be just fine if you just sit here and work through it, which I did. So how did your family and friends notice changes in you?
There was a literal spring in my step. And I think even the class runners were even saying like he's literally light on his feet. He's got a pop in his step and a spring in his step. He's like he just has this energy he didn't have. I don't think you realize how much of your mind is stuck kind of in this negative feedback loop. And then when you break it, just how freeing that is, and how much more energy that you have for everything when you're just not stuck in that place.
Cool.
So
Are you shaking your legs still, or did you stop?
I'm a little calmer now. I'm
Shaking your
talking a
legs.
little slower.
Yeah, you're pissed off at something.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm glad you
I mean,
did.
it's not good to hold on to that. It comes out in the places you don't want to, and it's you want people to be able to come to you, and be there for them. And they're not going to come to you, and you're not going to be able to be there for them in the right ways if you're holding on to something you probably shouldn't, right? They're going to step into, a landmine that's not meant for them.
Mhm.
Something I figured out when I went through is once I unloaded everything, I figured out how I got those things loaded in the backpack in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think that was very helpful in avoiding those pitfalls and pratfalls in the future, where you see those same circumstances developing, and then you avoid that, or you figure out a different way around it. Did you have a similar experience to that?
Yeah, I did. I think I figured out how they got there. I think it's exactly you nailed it right on the head. You figure out how everything got there and how you don't want that to reoccur, and kind of I think you are more prepared where if something kicks your legs out from under you, you're not going to store it in the wrong place, or you may not hold on to it at all, right? You may be able to come into life and not take it as serious as it is, or make a mountain out of a molehill, right?
Yeah, I was always told to I love the past because it's something I can learn from. Something I can improve on or learn from, or look back and say, I gained confidence because I was able to do certain things. It's not just all the negative things, but my grandfather always told me you don't have to eat dirt to know it tastes bad. But once you've eaten some dirt, then you know that you don't have to eat it again because you know it tastes bad. So you've learned something, and you take that out of your loop, so to speak. Like you said, I thought that was an interesting description of your life. It was just like everything was looping in the same day, and now you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. I think that's a good way to look at it.
Right? Yeah. I think
So,
breaking generational curses too, right? You don't want to repeat the
yeah, man.
mistakes
Tell you what, I
that
did
came before.
Yep.
Lord knows that's a gift.
That's one of the greatest gifts you can give someone. I mean, again, just total night and day difference.
Yeah. Hey, so tell me, did you have an aha moment in the seminar?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had a really, really big one. I had a couple, I think.
Okay, tell me about one of them.
Um, God, I had one. Um, I think I held a lot of resentment, for childhood and some of the things that went on in my life growing up. And I think the aha moment was realizing, like, that I didn't need to hold on to that. And that, it's sitting under the surface was an obstacle that I couldn't overcome if someone didn't literally kind of take me by the hand and guide me to it. And I think that it was going to keep me from the things that I want to accomplish and the person I want to be.
Yeah, get rid of the crazy, man.
You got to get rid of the jet fuel. You got to just throw it out.
Yeah.
Burns too hot. It burns. People, people are going to step into it. People are not always going to be nice. And, if you're cool and you don't have all this weight, you're not going to be reactionary. You're not going to bounce from it. You're not going to be like a coiled spring and somebody puts something over the top again and you just, you're going to be able to be cool hand Luke there. And that's a gift that is just given.
Somebody gets all angry with you, you start laughing at them.
I'm laughing a lot more. I'll tell you that much.
That's good, Addison. That's good.
So Addison, another question.
Sure.
I was in the lawn maintenance and landscape business for 40 plus years. And I would have customers that would maintain their yards and they would always look nice. And then I had other customers that would say, yeah, I'll do it myself. I'll cut the grass myself. And bear in mind, we were mostly estate homes and that type of thing, very large properties. And then they would call me every quarter to come do this massive cleanup. And they ended up spending more time and more money and effort. And then their yard didn't look that great. So what do you do moving forward now that you've had this big cleanup in your yard and how do you maintain that? How do you what do you do moving forward to keep your mental yard looking great?
Yeah. I think for me, like writing has been really, really helpful. Yeah, doing your mantras, getting zen. I haven't tried the yoga classes yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
No, I think for me, I want to keep this ball rolling. I'm happy to announce I'm going to do D2. I'm going to do D3. I'm my buddy that I got out of the class. I gave him some medicine. I'm going to be paying for him to go to D2. I want to keep the group together. I'm encouraging to the whole group to try to keep us together and be able to share this experience with them moving forward. But really, realistically, it's kind of just when things are happening to you, or let's say somebody you love says something, or somebody says something to you, or it's work stress, or it's wherever it's coming from. I think it's just being able to now kind of stop, take a look at it, and go is this worth sitting on top of my shoulders, or is it something I can just wad up in a ball and throw away, just keep rolling fresh into the next thing.
Cool.
The medicine game is a pretty cool game. Created. It was I still have a lot of times when I don't have medicine for somebody and they're dead to me. I'm supposed to forgive and forget, and I'm trying to be better at that. But the Greeks are they don't have a hard time with it. They just, you're dead to me. My father-in-law used to always say, I was like, what? He's dead to me. The medicine game, not to reveal anything that you do in the room. It's just dude, you either got medicine for people or you don't. And that's important to realize. I still use those games. I told a guy today, he wants his brothers in here to work it out on their ranch. And we don't have medicine for y'all. I gave you 3 days 2 weeks ago. I'm done with it. Done.
Yeah.
That's healthy, man. That's healthy.
Knowing what you got to give, right? Knowing what you got to give, and knowing, hey, I've given up to here. Let's see what comes out. Let's see what comes out of it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what people give back. Let's objectively look at the situation. Not just burn up all the mess in perpetuity, right?
Marcus, Addison.
Yep.
Like you. Look at him taking them notes. Look at him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Addison,
I know it. When I look down, I'm taking notes.
down when
I'm
you
not.
find a note taker too.
I'm a note taker. Yeah.
You know what they
So paper and pen. I mean,
note
a
takers-
full book. A full book.
you know what note they say about note takers, don't you?
Money makers, baby.
Note takers are money makers, baby.
That's what I'm learning from the best here. Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think will benefit most going through discovery?
Specifically, or just broad strokes. No,
Oh, good broad stroke. I think everybody can benefit, but that's just my opinion.
honestly, I think every person would benefit from doing this. I think we're all holding on to something that we probably shouldn't. And I think it comes out in ways we don't mean it to. And I think it comes out in nasty ways. It's holding on to like toxins, right? Just for your soul and your emotions. And it's like you sweat them out, sweat them out.
You get your anger out.
Yeah. Anger, resentment, sadness, right?
Yeah. Fear.
They're all sort
All
of
of it.
interconnected. That's what people don't understand,
They are.
is that they all connect to a certain point in your body. And once
and
you
know
relieve
what?
yourself of
You know
the
what
negative,
your
then
body
you're better off.
Dude, Carcass, you're onto something. You're onto something, Carcass.
Yeah.
What part of the body
Hey,
is
man, I
it
think
connected
about
to?
this stuff.
Hey,
I'm retired now. I have a lot
whoa,
of time to
whoa.
think.
What part of the body is it connected to?
Well, it's all connected to your heart, which is
There you
connected to
go.
your brain.
Well, no, your heart, bro, your heart.
Yeah.
You know why? Every time I put somebody in treatment and they get out, they better come tell me what pain was in their heart that they're trying to medicate. Or stay there until you can answer that question. You're not free.
Well, and you know what my mother told me once? She said being ignorant of the problem is that's like drinking. It's like medicating.
Yeah.
You've got to get it away. You got to get it out of your system. You got to stop that.
Yeah.
Ignoring
can
a
run
problem
away.
isn't going to make it go away.
That's right.
You can run away from your problems. I mean, you can run and run and run, but you can't hide, right?
Yeah.
It's going to continue to pop up. And, that's the thing is, I think there's, people out there, if they're feeling like running, this is a program that can, your legs are going to give out, your feet are going to get tired, right? Eventually, it's going to catch up, and there's no amount of running that's going to help you. So, you might as well sit still. And
the other thing is you can't change or heal what you don't acknowledge. And
yeah.
if you don't know that you're mad, that's the worst thing that pisses me off about people sometimes. And my wife is really good at this. We go, are you angry? And it's like hitting somebody in the nose, right? Because no. Oh, you're a liar. What are you angry at? Then, ask them. I didn't realize, I was angry, but yeah, it's all cool. Okay.
Yeah.
What else you want to share with us?
Man,
You're such a cool dude.
I'm
So
just,
how
yeah, no,
old are you?
I'm 33.
33.
Yes, sir.
Would you recommend 33 and 25 to 60 should go to that seminar?
I mean, you can take people out of, coming out of college, you can take people going out of high school even that are going to get a lot of value out of it. We don't walk out of, childhood clean. I think everybody carries something. There's something that they're pulling from, there's something that it's gonna weigh you down. And it's just such an advantage. Like I can't tell you how much different I'm seeing the world where you just feel lighter. And so any age group, honestly, my course, when I first got there, I said to myself, like, everybody here is old. There's like two guys my age, and but they've been holding on to this stuff for years and years and years.
And
All those years.
They look 10 years younger, don't they, by the time they leave? That's amazing.
Their faces, literally the tension that they're holding in their faces just goes away, and they look younger. just more alive, more present. It teaches us to kind of be right there in the present. And I think it's great for any age, honestly, 20s, 30s. If you do it younger, I think you're just going to get that much of a better head start. You're going to hold on to it for way less time. And get the tools to not hold on to new stuff moving forward. And I think you're just going to live a happier life and just get a leg up on other people.
Okay, Addison, you ready for this?
What you got for me?
Are you on your road to greatness?
Yeah. I'm on the trailhead.
Yeah, babe.
Yeah.
You have to line the road. You chose the road to greatness.
Yes, sir. Yeah. No, I got my backpack on now. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot easier to walk. I'll tell you that much.
Kind to people. Can you be
Yeah.
kind? Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
No,
what
I'm complimenting people everywhere I go. I'm like looking for things. I'm going, wow, that's a nice dress, or wow, that's
Yeah.
like those are cool shoes. Everywhere you go, you're just throwing compliments out, and you just see such a change.
People up, man. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The cheers.
I'm razzing people. Yeah.
Well, look, we're glad you're on the show. I knew you were going to get a lot out of it. That's the reason I wanted to bring you back on, because you're a cool dude. And
Yeah.
you're a light, and a shining light. And a lot of young people are going to be asking what special sauce you're drinking.
Yep.
That's
I'm
good.
happy to share. Look, I went in there being, I think my buddy said it best. He goes, "Am I joining a cult?" And I couldn't be further from the truth, and he couldn't be further from the truth. I was thinking it. He said it, but I can tell people it's not a cult. But I can tell you, I am drinking the Kool-Aid, and I practice what I preach. I won't do anything, or I won't say anything that I won't do. So I took the medicine. I can't recommend it enough. I think, yeah.
I wouldn't be involved in creating a cult. Like,
The cult of bread, huh?
yeah,
Oh man.
no.
Well, Addison, he didn't divulge, full disclosure before you went in. He did the same thing with me. In fact, he tricked me into coming down, thinking that I was going to help him with the media stuff, and that was cool. And then he ended up saying, "Yeah, why don't you sit over there by that gal and just kind of listen a little bit." And then all of a sudden, I'm fully invested in this thing, and I learned immediately. I didn't even have a reservation or a second thought. I wasn't even angry at Brett. In fact, I thought, you know what? I wouldn't have done this on my own had you not, in a way, coerced me. And the benefits have been just amazingly huge. I mean, so whatever it takes, and it's one of those things that, it's one of those things that when you don't really want to do it, but then you do it anyway, and you're so glad you did. You would have missed out on a great opportunity. So I'm
That
glad.
first day, right?
Yeah.
That first day, you don't know what you're getting into. That's the hardest one, because they're just addressing everything, undressing all the stuff. So I don't know for you, but that first day, you're kind of like, what did I get myself into? But I'm so glad I stuck it out, because that second day just takes such a weight off you. And that third day is just, there's such a light in that room. You got 17 total strangers. You walk out with people that, you could say, they'll say they love you, and you'll believe them, and you'll say it back, and you believe every word of it.
Yep.
So Addison, we need your help building that train up. People deserve the road to greatness. They deserve to be kind to each other. So help us build it, okay?
Happy to help.
All right. We love you, man. Have a good night.
Love you too, bro.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks for being
absolutely.
on, Addison. Good to meet you.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, babe.